Do you love the survival shows but not the drama? Do you ever wonder if the skills they show are for real? Come with Justin Wolf and Larry Roberts as they show what it takes to really do what they show on TV. Watch them as they act out different scenarios and show you the common mistakes most people make when faced with the tough choices you can be faced with when all does not go as planned in the wild.
Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Clothed and Confident. So today I'm pretty excited. I am in a completely different area than what I'm used to. I've never been to this area. It actually took me quite a while to get here. I traveled close to 12 hours to get here. So with stops and stuff like that, I am in the middle of flipping nowhere. I mean, you think those survival TV shows guys get dropped off in the middle of nowhere? You need a helicopter to reach me right now. There's nobody around here. Nobody. Anyway, the totally different woods, man. I've got a ton of resources around me. So anyway, today's episode, we had a request to do a bow drill fire. I just heard something. To do a bow drill fire with no knife. So basically, you know, if you got stuck out here, you needed a fire, you know, could you use a rock? Basically, it's using a piece of flint or something like that to make a bow drill set, like a rock or something like that, to make a bow drill set. We're going to use no knife. I'm going to have my knife with me, but definitely not going to use it or anything like that. And going to try to make a bow drill set. The cordage, I'm not going to string up any natural cordage. There are some cedar and stuff around here that I could do it with, but you know, I mean, you could use your bootlace too. So that's today's episode. Going to do a bow drill set, make the whole thing with just a rock, no knife, and see if I can't get a fire. I'm going to go check out what this is. I have no idea what's going on over here. So anyway, guys, this is, I'm going to walk down there and see what the heck that is. But anyway, this is the woods that I'm in. A lot of stuff I'm not familiar with. So anyway, I'm gonna go down there and see what the heck was making this noise up. Plus, while I'm walking down there, I'm gonna show you some of the resources. Now, this isn't a great example, but this area is absolutely littered with flint. So anyway, let's go check it out. What the heck? Who's this? How'd you get back here?
Hey!
Hey, Justin?
What are you doing?
Whoa! Hey!
How are you in these woods? What's going on here?
What's up with this?
What are you out here doing, Larry?
Oh, I figured I'd make a little bow drill set with natural cordage.
Man, that's
exactly what
I'm out here supposed to be doing.
Well?
Of course, I'm kind of looking for snakes right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I should probably get to work, don't you think?
I think so. Good to see you, bud.
You too. How you been, man?
Good.
Awesome.
All right. Well, looks like we got a lot of resources here, man. A lot of flint everywhere. Let's get cracking.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right. Well, obviously we have our knives.
Yep.
But obviously we're not going to use them.
No.
So let's try to figure out what our game plan is. Because I'll be honest with you, you know where I live, I don't have rocks. I'm
Right.
not really accustomed to using rocks a lot. I've done this only one time before.
Okay.
And the way that I did it, the only way that I was successful at it, is I really didn't use the rocks too much. I found natural splits for my hearthboard.
Okay.
And then is what I used for a spindle was a piece of horseweed, what we call horseweed. I don't know what the common proper name is,
Okay.
but it's a real woody plant. A lot of people use it for hand drill, but it's strong enough to hold up for a bow drill. I haven't seen anything like that around here.
I haven't seen anything like that around here either. I've done it a couple of times, but what I've used as far as the rock goes for my spindle is a lot of grinding. rather than a lot of cutting, because I don't have flint in my area. I don't
Okay.
have obsidian in my area. I've got some rocks that will work with flint and steel, but nothing that makes a good cutting tool.
Okay.
I mentioned in my video, this flipping place is littered with flint.
Oh, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. So,
And I'm sure you noticed the limestone too.
yep, yeah, I see a nice grinding rock right there, or, you know, whatever. But I mean, I think that, like you said, I've got mullein in my area, but I didn't see anything like that here.
I've seen no mullein.
I think, you know, the best bet is to try to maybe have a spindle almost already made and see what we can do with experimenting and splitting down. I see something right there. I don't know what kind of wood that is, but there is that dead leaning thing. I mean, it's a big hearthboard and stuff, but you got a split in it already. I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know what. I mean, we're just going to have to kind of look around and find something that's got a split in it, or work like crazy to try to split down a piece of wood.
I'll tell you the thing that I've noticed so far is I'm only 5 hours away from home right now, but this is like night and day from what I'm used to. I mean, these woods are completely 100% different.
And they're way different than my woods. I've made no secret of it. I'm not very good at tree identification. I know there's a ton of cedar here. I can see it. I think what I'm seeing is some ash. I think some of these woods are some ash, or I don't know if it's ash or if it's alder or what it is. There's a couple of them that I can kind of see, but my go-to wood is not here. There is no aspen here. So I'm basically seeing cedar and nothing else that I know of.
Exactly, because I'm not seeing, mine is cottonwood or willow, and I'm seeing none of that except for the cedar. There's a lot of cedar, and it's a different type of cedar than what we have back home too.
Okay.
The cedar that I have back home is smaller, and it has a lot of, you know, it forks out all over the place, where this stuff seems like it's going to be a little bit easier to use for bow drill.
Yeah.
But I've never used this particular type.
I've never used cedar except for, you know, a store-bought board before. So it's going to be interesting.
Okay, so how do you want to break it down? Do we want to look for, you know, some cutting tools first? Hand sockets maybe? Or do we want to try to, I mean, what kind of task do we want to break it up?
I think that, I think we could split it up a little bit, and I think, but still be on the lookout for the other person's items.
Absolutely.
I think if you want to find a couple of good cutting tools and try to find a bow drill socket,
Okay.
I will try to find a bow drill socket as well, or, you know, just kind of keep an eye out for it.
Okay.
And I will try to find for sure a spindle.
Okay.
Try to get a spindle going, because, you know, some of these are dead, but they're varying degrees of dead.
Sure.
You know what I mean? We need a bone dry set, and it's been, my understanding, it's been raining like crazy here. So anyway, if maybe I'll start working on the set a little bit, if you want to start working on the cutting tools and the socket.
I'll do it.
All right.
I'll keep my eyes open for the other stuff too.
Yep.
All right.
All right, sounds
Let's make
good.
it happen, man.
And as we're doing that, it wouldn't be a bad idea to stuff our pockets full of tinder, because like I said, this stuff has been wet, and if we get this stuff drying in our pockets right now, it's gonna, if we do get an ember, it's gonna make it all much easier.
And I seen the perfect tree over there. I
Right
mean,
on.
there's tinder just dry as a bone falling off.
Oh, sweet.
I'll nab it.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good, man.
Cool.
All right, guys, this is kind of what Justin was talking about, how you can find a stick that's got a natural split in it, and maybe this would be good for a hearthboard. The problem is, I don't know what kind of wood this is. I'm thinking it's definitely a hardwood, and that's the problem. I can't put my fingernail into it very well, basically at all. Good firewood, not so good of bow drill stuff. All right, this is what I'm looking for right here. This is snaps. Everything snaps on it. I'm thinking I might be able to get a spindle out of here. I see one right there. I don't see the, you know, you might want the splits in your hearthboard to split it down, but in my experience, you don't want the splits in the spindle. It makes it quite difficult, and especially if, I mean, we're not using, you know, there's a big difference between using a metal bearing block, an antler bearing block, whatever kind of bearing block, as opposed to a wood bearing block. You know, a wood bearing block can be done, it's, you know, there's whatever, but, you know, the more, every little step makes it a little bit harder. So anyway, those splits you might be able to get away with a modern bearing block, or at your house or whatever with known wood, but when you're using stuff that you've never used before. You just want to stack the deck in your favor. So anyway, I'm seeing at least a spindle there. Well, you can't see that, but, and another spindle there. I'm just gonna snap them. I mean, I don't have an axe or anything like that. I'm just gonna break it down and now look for a hearth board. All right, so what I did literally just now is there's this dead cedar right here that's, I don't know, it grew up and got chopped off by something, fell on it or something. But there's this dead cedar here, and I see this, actually this piece right here looked like a good spindle. Even though I found one, I'm still, you know, you want as many options as possible. So what I did is I grabbed it. I was just gonna try to break it off. And that happened. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a split here. Maybe a hearth board. Maybe right there, I'm not sure. Anyway, I've got options now. I got some material to work with. All right, well, Justin's found a good bit of tinder. He's still looking for rocks and stuff like that, but this is just crazy. Everywhere you walk, there's flint everywhere. Chert, you know, I realize that only flint comes from England or whatever, but it's kind of an interchangeable word. They've got the same composition. They've got a lot of the same characteristics. Look at this. Looking on the other side, that's almost a socket. Right? It's almost a bearing block right there. I don't know. Let's check it out. I'm going to try and get myself at least a couple of cutting tools. We're both going to need some. So let me see what I can do. I'm not very good at knapping, but I think I can make a cutting tool out of all these resources. Need a hammer stone. Another piece of flint. I need a hammer stone besides a piece of flint. This flint is very fractured already. This one might not be the best piece. Well, I'm going to work on it, see what I can do. It seems to be really fractured, not like the stuff I'm used to working with. Alright, well, we've got a good start on our set. Possible hearth board, a couple of different options for spindles. Like I said, this flint is so fractured that I'm not really having a good luck finding a cutting tool. That was primarily Justin's job anyway. So let's go see how he's making out and see if he's found or had any better luck in finding a cutting tool. Oh, for crying out loud. Justin is a reptile enthusiast. He's handles snakes. He's always on the lookout for different reptiles. I put him on a task of finding a frickin' piece of flint for a cutting tool, and what's he doing? He's looking for a frickin' snake. Justin, what's going on, bud? What are you doing, man?
You got me.
Are you looking for snakes, dude?
No.
Oh, yeah, okay,
I'm
no.
looking for cutting tools, Larry.
Uh-huh. All right, that's great, dude. Can we please keep on task here?
Man, come on! I'm looking for cutting tools.
All right. Alright guys, obviously I'm not mad at Justin. He's, like I said, that's something that he's super passionate about. Finding reptiles, looking for snakes, stuff like that. He actually, I live in an area that doesn't really have poisonous snakes. I've got rumors of some pygmy rattlesnakes or something by my area. I have lived in the southwest in Arizona where we had sidewinders and rattlesnakes and stuff like that, but I have kind of lost my knowledge, or at least I'm not used to looking out for them anymore. And Justin told me this area has at least 3 different types of venomous snakes. I think 2 rattlesnakes and possibly cottonmouths. So he is being very careful when he's rolling over those rocks, looking for, you know, whatever the hell he looks for. He looks for newts and lizards and all sorts of slimy, nasty stuff. Not really. But anyway, he's being very careful when he overturns those rocks. He's not just reaching right in. There's certain precautions that you have to take that if you are not familiar with, that you might not know about. You don't, like, I know when I was living in Arizona, you never walked between 2 bushes because that's where the snakes like to, because they were actually hiding from the sun, and if you walked between them, you know, you could get struck. There are a lot of different things, so, and he knows them, and he's reminding me or re-educating me and educating me in preventative poison snake bites. I thought that piece right there would give me a good split, but it was pretty punky. But plan B is this piece here. It's got one split already on there, nice. Maybe somehow process the other end. It's an option. Alright, well I found this rock here. I kind of checked, make sure there was no snakes. This, if I were a snake wanting to kill some fresh meat white northern boy, I'd probably hang out right here, but I They seem to be gone or not doing anything right here. I've got a couple of really not so great cutting tools, but I've got this rock right here. I want to process as much of this as I can down. First I'm just going to kind of smooth it out. Don't really need to get too fancy. It's just a time-consuming task. And it's on the verge of being punky, but that's okay because it's still got some good meat left in it. That just tells me that it's dry, really good and dry. So I'm going to smooth this spindle down. I don't want it too smooth because I want our cordage to run along it pretty good. That's almost good enough. Now what I want to do is see if I can't notch this somehow. And split it right here. Nothing wrong with that. This is a large spindle. And it may be too far gone, but I gotta process it down and see. When you've been doing this stuff by yourself and relying on yourself, it's easy to forget you have a partner. And my partner got me a good grinding stone here, or got us a good grinding stone. So let's try it out. Work on this, get back to you. Alright guys, well we're kind of going at this at a two-pronged approach. Justin's got a spindle that he's working on, and I've got a spindle that I've been working on. The problem with mine is it's a little punky. The solid, or the center, seems to be solid, but even with that punky dust, that will contribute to our, well, it's going to contribute to the dust pile. And with our hearth board, which I accidentally left over there, I need to go grab it real quick. Our hearth board is thin enough to where we're both afraid that we're going to burn through it really quick. What we want to do is make several holes, perhaps, several sockets, use the spindle, maybe to get a coal, but for sure to build up dust. And then Justin's spindle, hopefully, will give us enough heat to get us the coal. Alright, so all I did is kind of clean off the top of this a little tiny bit. Nothing major. I have a feeling we're going to have to make several sockets. That's cracked on the bottom. I'm not... Maybe I'll move that over a little bit, put it right here. Making a little tiny socket right there. I'm going to try to enlarge that. I just got to get some place for that spindle to ride on there, just even for a few turns, so that it can burn in. Just something so it doesn't go flopping everywhere. If I could get that a little bit wider. Right there. If I could get that a little wider, I'd be happy with that. Alright, another little piece of flint. Just going to try to widen that divot out a little bit. I've got this piece of, basically, when I was a kid I used to call it lava rock. I don't know what it is. But it's nice and abrasive too. Just see which one works. Both of them are removing material. I think that's about as far as I want to go on that. And we're getting close to trying her out.
I wonder if those guys made it back to splitting that wood yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you said afternoon. Alright guys, well you saw me breaking this piece of cedar in that crack of that tree right there. And I looked at it at first and was kind of like, you know, that's going to be a nice thick hearthboard. I like my hearthboards thick, so does Justin. Gives you a nice pile of dust. If you have a knife to cut through it. If you're trying to do a rock, to do a notch through it, it's going to be a pain. But then we looked on the end here, and there's already what looks to be a notch in it. And look at right here. You know how like you normally chamfer the bottom, or at least I do, chamfer the bottom of the socket? This is already chamfered out for us. So I'm thinking if we, like Justin was saying, he said if we just notch this back a little bit more and then put our socket back here, we can kind of take advantage of this natural notch and just go for it. Now that's not normally how you do it. Normally you burn in and then make your notch to your socket. This time we're going to make our notch and then put our socket to our notch. I'm just going to take, actually what I want to do, I've got this piece of lava rock. I want to try to make this corner a little bit sharper. Just like that. Doesn't look like anything great, but what I did is I just put a little tip on there, and it'll probably break off, but I can just smack it again and make another one. But that's what I want to do to try to make that notch a little bit, just clean it up a little tiny bit. Alright, if we do that right, we might be able to do it like, I gotta see Justin's spindle and see how wide it is for the proper placement, but it looks to me like right about there. Alright, we're getting close. The only thing that bothers me is this thing. I gotta see if this will lay flat on the ground somehow, or heck, maybe we wouldn't just stick it in the ground and it gives it support. We'll see.
I don't know, man. She's pretty used, but there you go.
Alright.
Give that a shot.
Oh, dude, it reeks. Just kidding. Alright, let's do a... It's got a lot of stretch to it.
Does it?
Yep.
It's gonna want to slip big time, I think.
I got her a little tighter than normally I would like, but like I said, I think she's gonna loosen up. Put some half hitches in here.
See, you do yours way different than what I do.
Really?
That's what's cool is I always make mine where it comes off really easy, so I can just adjust it on the fly.
Yeah, I probably should start doing that. This is just, hey, maybe
man,
you'll have to show me how to do that.
Obviously you know what you're doing. Yeah, I've seen you do more than a few bow drills.
Yeah, but I do have to, you know, take it off and adjust it, but
So
I don't know.
what?
I don't have a hard time picking off that knot too much. Alright.
So, let's test the mechanics before we go gun-ho.
Yep.
Alright.
Sounds good. Alright, Justin. I'm going to let you go, and you let me know if you want me to grab the bow or just going to let you get your feet wet on it.
Definitely going to have to angle our spindle a little bit here. Ooh. Okay, go ahead and grab that end.
Okay.
Let's take some baby steps and then try to work into it.
I'm just hindering you. What if I just support the bow a little bit?
I'm locking that one. That'd be fine too.
Or I can just let go. I'm just gonna, because I'm hindering you. I can feel you're trying to pull and I'm pushing.
Okay, it's binding somewhere.
Yep.
Something's going wrong here.
Yep. I think that if we can't get that bearing block to work, use a wooden one.
I agree. I wonder if we should try to loosen our string just a touch, just to get it going, and then readjust it once it's riding smooth. A little taunt, maybe?
Okay.
I can try to, for a second, guess I can just try to stretch it out.
Oh yeah, so you're not putting hardly any pressure on it, you're just getting some revolutions to widen that
Exactly.
socket out?
Exactly.
Okay. I'm just going to lock it in back here.
Shoulder now.
Yeah, I'm afraid that it's that bearing block that's messing us up. It's hard enough with that the angle that we have to do that spindle. It's that bearing block is really messing us up.
I'd kill for my deer antler spindle right now. I think we need to address that now.
Okay.
I mean, because we're just going to burn through that and waste that spot.
Yeah, I agree.
If we keep messing with this bearing block.
A lot of people don't realize how flippin' important your bearing block is. And I mean, I can, when I was doing it, I could totally feel it. It's like, well, this should be just nothing but smooth operation. And
Exactly.
That's the problem
It's
right
not.
there.
I think that this is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yep.
Okay. Let's okay, new game plan.
Yep. Alright, so what I did is I grabbed this dead tree, which after I snapped it, it's obvious to me, or I'm pretty sure it's elm. It's super stringy wood. In my area it's a decent firewood, but I grabbed it and all I did is put it between two trees and break it, and it was a pain. But I'm hoping maybe this end can be Justin's, and where I'm back on the very end back there supporting the hearth board, which I think is the method that's going to work the best for us, then I can elevate and maybe hold on to the bearing block as well. If that doesn't work, then we'll find a different bearing block, or if Justin doesn't like that idea, whatever. It's not important to us. That it would be cool if we did this as a team, and we have been doing it as a team, but I mean as far as like getting the coal. If Justin is on a roll and is doing the bow drill fine by himself and wants me just to get the heck out of the way, I've got absolutely no problem with that. And Justin has no problem with if I've got, you know, if I'm on a roll, then just go to town with it. You know what I mean? There's no, that's what's cool about Justin and I. There's no trying to one-upmanship or whatever. This is how, you know, you would really want a partner in real life to work with. It's just, it's fun to finally be able to get to do an episode with him in person. Let me know what you want from me. How about right here? Is this good?
Right about there.
You're getting smoke.
I can't get the downward pressure in here though.
Oh, because of what?
And I don't, the bearing block basically.
Okay.
And the fact that this is so pointy, but I mean, I'm not done.
Well, because I can reach over and help you do downward pressure, but then the string starts slipping.
Exactly.
Oh, I've got an idea.
I'm all ears.
That cedar sap is going to make your spindle or your strings.
Yes, 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 yes. Good frickin' thinking.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Get some. And then you want me with the bearing block like right there. You let me know if I need to add pressure.
Okay. String broke.
Did it really? Yep. All right.
Okay, so that's actually important for people to see that.
Yep.
We've barely even started and that string's gone. Now it's just the outer shell, but we both know that we keep bowing, that's all gonna go.
Yeah.
And at that point, everything that we've worked for might be lost because of a broken string.
Yep.
Now imagine doing this with natural cordage.
I have done it. Not successfully. It's a pain.
Show the cameras real quick what we got here.
I think this is hour number 5.
I think you're right. Hour number 5.
Yeah.
With 2 people doing it.
Yep. With flint all over the place.
Okay. Better angle that a little bit. Holy shit. Tighten it. Do you wanna try to tighten it the way that you tighten it and give it a go?
Sure. You let me know if I need to put pressure on it or anything.
Okay. No, we're losing dust everywhere.
Okay.
And since we made this bow for 2 people,
it's too big.
It's too big to.
Okay.
Shit. The bed.
It's close. I think you could do it. We just need a new bow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, just like when I was bowing, if you need me to help do anything, just tell me.
Okay.
See what I'm talking about?
Well, it's the string here. I might try to get it in a different spot, get it up higher. Or lower, actually. There, just like that.
What's that noise?
I don't know.
Do you guys know what you're doing here?
Apparently not.
You guys need a lighter?
And a knife. You got
And
a
a
lighter
knife?
and a knife?
Oh yeah. Come on, I even got a pocket knife right here.
Oh, man.
Would this make it easier?
Yeah.
Thanks,
In
man.
case you guys can't see on camera, Mr. Travis Henry Survive Without has decided to show up and hopefully save the day.
I hope so.
Travis, show us.
That's how we do it right there.
Oh,
Nice.
that's great.
Oh.
All right, so what do you think is going wrong here, besides everything?
I think there's multiple things going wrong. I think that doing this,
Do you like your spindle on the inside?
no, but I was trying to get it, I just screwed up when I did it. No, I like it on the outside. I'm not sure what's making this not spin. To be honest with you. I'm not sure. It's an effort and futility, if you ask me. If you look, the socket it's not perfectly round, and I think what's going on is we've got this punky spindle, and only the center is good, so you're shouldering out on this punkiness, and it's no knife.
It's no knife.
Doesn't always work. That's all I gotta say.
Well, Travis, if you was to conquer this challenge, what adjustments
step
do you
out of
think
your way so I can.
you would make?
Well, the first thing I think personally is that this notch right here is not in far enough.
Right. And that's why we decided to try to go with that, because we wasn't, with our original spindle, we wasn't going to drop knot or dust. Where with this one, once we're able to shoulder out here, then it will become wide enough. But are we going to drill through before that? I don't know.
That's a very good possibility. My original thoughts was to just kind of help lean it a little bit.
Okay.
That way you're drilling down towards the notch a little bit more to get you closer to it.
So
Okay.
if we used that other spindle,
Then we would be back to a better spindle, a harder spindle.
Yep. Because I agree with you, Travis. The notch is totally not in there far enough.
The only issue is with it like that, it's going to want to probably kick out.
Sure.
You just have to.
But
Well, what if you drill it sideways like this?
yeah, I
rather
mean,
than-
you can do that, sure.
It might. Is that your husband there?
Well, it's our piece of junk welcome mat thing.
It's one of those things where it's very apparent that knives make things way easier.
Absolutely.
You want to try it with the other spindle like that real quick? Have him hold that?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then I'll be over here and I'll hold the bearing block and you can bow or whatever.
Let's do it.
Is that your bearing block?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Let's do it. Grab that spindle.
Because even with that other spindle, yeah, I mean, it's still not, the notch still isn't far enough in there. And the problem was we didn't want to spend another 30, 40 minutes flaking off another piece of flit and then just hosing around getting it. You know, we're being a little lazy kind of.
Well,
after 6 hours.
6 hours. This is going to be interesting.
You want me to hold this other end of this?
Sure. Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, Howard, have you got that hearth board nice and tight?
I feel like it, but we'll see here in just a minute.
Do we need to angle it a little bit like this then?
Sure can.
Okay. Ready?
Yep. Hold it a second. Hold on. Okay. Hold on.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry, man.
Look at you getting some dust, I think.
Yeah, it was smoking.
Come on, old man.
Oh, dude, this is like Chinese water torture or something. All right.
No.
That was a good idea, though.
It started to drill over.
See, and exactly what I was saying with needing so much downward force on that cedar.
Uh-huh. I started to give some good downward force on it, and then the string started slipping.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I think if you kept working on it, I think that would have worked. Eventually.
If we
It
were
would have
doing
been a
that
pain in
from...
the butt. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You'd have had to, now you have to tighten the string. You got to get everything all figured out again. You got to save all this dust. Look at what color that dust is.
Uh-huh.
That's perfect.
Okay, well, let's do this. If you will adjust this string right quick, maybe put something up to save our dust, I'll go back down and I'll do a little bit of sanding on that spindle. Get it ready to go for, another try.
Okay.
Want to do it?
You tell me where you want
That
me.
looks about centered too.
Okay, I'll try to hold on to it right here.
You want me to hold this
Yep,
side?
yep.
This feels so weird. I think it's tilting this a little bit too much.
Well, I think that... How did you brace this thing? Because it feels like it's...
I had it braced up higher at the moment I thought. I don't remember. Tucked it into my side. I want to say.
Here, let me scoot it over a little bit. Hold on there.
Hold on, we got all the dust there.
Okay.
So right here, Travis?
Yeah, I think so. Gosh, it's just getting started.
Damn it.
You know me, I'm going to jerk it right out of the block. It's going to happen.
Ah, split out on us.
Just that one side. What's going on here? Why is it so...
It doesn't want to come back yet. Feels like I'm gonna bust it.
What if we aimed back that way a little bit more? You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah,
starting to.
because it's got the notch in there.
Yeah. The notch is perfect right now, but if we would have to angle it like this almost.
See, I'm a little loose now.
Yeah. Can you adjust it?
Let me see this.
It's a good trick. I've never seen that one before.
Let's make it super tight. It might be too big of a stick. Sometimes you put this in here first, actually.
Want me to hold this?
Yeah, sometimes you do this. Doesn't always work.
Here,
It's such a
what
tight.
if I put it down here? Or does that matter?
I don't know.
You know, a piece of green wood.
It's something strong. Is that green?
I don't know. I can't.
Or it's too big. Probably should have just left it like that. Too aggressive sometimes. If you can get this tension just right, if you put one of these in here, you can take and just turn it over and over, and that'll tighten the thing
sure,
up.
like a top.
If you're going like halfway through it, then you can turn it again for just an extra tension.
Sure.
That's very. I've never seen that
No,
trick
me
before.
neither.
Well, I came up with it. I don't know anybody else. I really don't know anybody else. That's something else I came up with.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, nobody's ever showed it to me.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought you were just being
No, I'm serious.
sarcastic.
Why would I?
Why would you be sarcastic? I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm always sarcastic.
I know.
Man, I don't know.
What's the scoop there, big dog? There, you got it?
We can try it.
You want to wedge a big stick in there?
Might work.
Like a big, like, yeah, something like that. Here.
Let's try it. I had to look at that again and see if we got it right the right direction.
No, you want it basically like, whoops, like this,
Yeah, I
right?
think you can put that stick on the ground and force it in there.
It is kind of on the, it is on the ground.
You got that, I'll just focus on this if I can. It seems really sticky up in the block at the top, you know?
Well, should we put something green or like something in it?
Might be a good idea.
All right. Well, hold. You keep the spindle. Got it?
Got it.
Let me get this braced. All right.
Get it started. That's so much better. Gosh.
She's still smoking.
You think we got it?
No, I think it's just, if we had enough dust in there, I think we would have got it. Come on, you.
Come on, baby.
Oh,
Come on, baby.
come on.
Get her, donk.
Come on, Travis.
I'm having a hard time holding her now, boys.
All right, let's hold up.
We were drilling into the
I know we were.
into our
Oh. We drilled through
Woo!
it.
Oh well.
This is why
You know what?
shelters.
Let's be honest. Failures happen. This is a failure. This is exactly why we do these videos.
Yep.
Because when you see this done in reality TV, it's a 30-second clip. We have been down here going on 6.5 hours probably now.
At least.
6.5 hours, and that's the closest we've got.
Yep.
Now we could keep going,
Oh yeah.
and maybe we would get it,
Yep. But maybe not.
but maybe not. But at some time, you've got to wonder, when do you lose the ambition?
Yep.
When do you tell yourself, look, I'm putting forth way more effort, or losing way more calories than
Calories. Exactly.
what? You know what I mean?
Yep. Well, one final test I want to do with that. I want to do a lighter test on it. Group that all that
Just to
together,
see.
if you wouldn't mind, and then.
Now, what was you saying a second ago about shelter?
Shelter, this is why I think shelter is so important. Because let's just face it, if it were to rain, if you had your shelter already done, you really wouldn't have to worry about this too much.
Right.
Especially if you had a nice bed of debris
Yep.
to cover yourself with and
Right.
basically hibernate in.
Now, in case anyone watching doesn't know, Travis has a YouTube channel called Survive Without. Travis, you know, most of you guys know that Travis and I, you know, have been friends for a good long while now. Travis just got back last year from 45 days with, well, you can tell him.
40 days, it's a 40-day class with Sigma 3's Survival Schools instructor course, where you sleep in a debris shelter or bed for the entire course. Learned a lot from it, really did.
Yeah.
The experience alone was worth it. Just, you know, we normally don't get 40 days straight to sit out, you know, spend outside.
For sure.
It'll change you no matter what.
Well, you know, I mean, I've been watching a lot of changes in the way you think.
Yeah.
Like what the trick that you just showed on that bow drill. That was awesome.
And it doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily something that you learned from them, but you have been learning so much stuff and diving so much into this that it helps you with your other tasks. You know what I mean? You know, that's my theory anyway. You've gotten so much training from that class, so now your knowledge is just accelerating, and you can try new things that worked for you, that, you know, thinking outside the box and stuff. I don't know, that's my take on it.
Exactly.
I really liked your videos that you put out I like all your videos, but I like those Sigma 3 videos were really, really interesting.
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah.
I want to get out sometime with you where we have a good long, I mean like a full several days, so we can put together a good debris shelter, you know.
Yeah, I want to do an all-natural weekend. Basically nothing.
Yeah.
You just let me know when you're ready. We'll do
I'm
it.
ready right now. Let's do it.
But, you know, anyway, hold on, Larry.
All right.
It's with that experience that we were just talking about. I don't know about Larry, but I think it'd be cool if next season you would join us with this Clothed and Confident thing.
It'd be fun.
That'd be pretty cool, man. I'd be interested in seeing your take on the things that you do. Like I think Justin's kind of used to some of the ways I do things now. I'm kind of used to the way some of the things that Justin does. And within 10 minutes, you showed us 3 things.
Exactly.
Probably. I mean,
Exactly.
or more.
Oh, for
And,
sure.
Yeah. So I mean, it'd be huge.
Well, it's easy to look at somebody from the outside. I think sometimes when you're in it and doing it, somebody comes by, they can see it a different light. Even if I was with just him, you know, you would easily be able to come by and give some ideas on it.
Because I know that, you know, when we first started the Clothed and Confident, I wanted you to be a part of it at that moment, but you were so busy with building your house that it just wasn't practical. But
Now you got some free time. Now you
even
can come play.
kayaking, man.
Now you can come play.
now we all get to play.
That's right.
And, you know, I mean, 2 people's approaches on things are good, 3 is better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we almost had it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, within 10 minutes,
if let's just say that the three of us was down here for 5.5, 6 hours, 6.5 hours,
yeah,
I think we could have got a lot accomplished.
Right.
And maybe we could have gotten it. And maybe that might be season 3, episode 1.
Return.
yeah.
I don't know.
Bow drill out the landscape.
That's right.
Be awesome.
All right, so I know that you're jonesing to do that.
I'm jonesing to do that, and I'm jonesing to put my bootlace back on.
Do you want?
You took your bootlace off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so did he. He broke his.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right, let's let me get out of your way here.
Oh, just a sec. I got a little.
You got that stick in the way.
Well, it caught on fire, basically. Let's see if it cools up.
You know, I was thinking, it's funny that you guys, you know, you said you broke your shoelace, you got to put your shoelace back on. Well, one thing I learned at Sigma 3 was I carry longer shoelaces.
Yeah.
You would not believe how much longer they are now. I mean, you check that out, you know what I mean? It's not like it's a lot longer, but...
Yeah, it's cooling up. I can see it from
Yeah.
here.
It's still going.
You know, something else that I learned through this is, you know, Larry has the paracord bootlaces. Now that's something that I put in an old pair of boots, but then when I got this pair, I never changed them out. Because you think about it, you get used to doing a bow drill and you get successful at it, you kind of get a little complacent, a little cocky at times, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you might have the thought process, well, I don't need paracord bootlaces, I can do it with the ones that I've got on. Wrong. How many times did we attempt it before mine broke? 2?
Yeah, something
3,
like that.
maybe?
2 or 3, yeah.
So, that's another thing that I enjoy about these is it doesn't matter, we always learn.
Yep.
Look at that cool.
It's
Yeah,
still going.
Oh yeah.
It's not going super strong though, like you guys are saying about cedar, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Aspen would have cooled up big time by now.
You got plenty of time.
Oh yeah, she's not going anywhere.
That's the thing though, some of them go fast and you need a coal extender and some of them don't.
Mine would have been half the size of the thing right by now. This thing's barely taken off. For aspen anyway, or any of the woods basically I have.
Alright, well for grins, let me go get that tinder bundle.
Sounds
and
good.
Just, you know, that's like the end of the day type. Let me get that tinder bundle right quick.
You know what my luck is with this, right? My luck's way worse than most people.
That is true. I have seen you drop an ember before.
Or blow it through the bundle.
And blow it through the bundle.
or-
But guess what? So have we.
Yeah.
Oh man, you gotta be kidding me.
Is it too fragile?
Yeah, it's really fragile.
It was so tiny.
Yeah,
Did it go out, or is it still there?
I'm looking. That's bad.
I was going to say it was a very fragile.
It was
very
tiny,
fragile.
tiny.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
See that? How fast that went?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All this stuff is just.
It is what it is. And I mean, you
Yep.
know what? It just shows that even if
Yep.
we would have done that with a knife and had a great set, that right there could have happened
Yep.
to any of us.
Yep.
And every single person that's ever done bow drill more than a couple times, that has happened.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
will happen
Yep.
multiple times over. Well, anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this season of Clothed and Confident. I know that I look forward to next season. I'm sure we got a lot of different stuff coming.
Oh yeah. Yep. It's going to be
Look
fun.
at that smiling face
Yeah,
right there.
it's going to be awesome.
With Travis on board.
It's a snickering.
Thanks for joining us, Travis.
Yeah.
Larry, it's been a good season, my friend.
Yeah, it's been fun.
I appreciate it, and I think it was great that we got to actually do this together.
Yeah, I think so
It
too.
would have been awesome if we would have been successful, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. And you know what? We got a lot of stuff to do this weekend.
That's right.
That's the
Yeah,
truth.
we're here for the Wolf Customs gathering, and it's a very, very tight schedule. So, enough rambling.
All right, guys.
We'll see you guys next season.